Another LinkedIn Live. So happy you could make it today. And hopefully, if you like it, please share it. It makes a difference. So today, the topic is there is no failure on LinkedIn, only feedback. And if you follow that strategy, it can really accelerate your success and really enhance your learning curve. So let's go right into it. And what do I mean by there is no failure, only feedback? Well, it's not what you know or think going into LinkedIn. It's what you receive in relationship to what you provide. So, whatever you do to start the process, whether it's reaching out, making a connection, whether it's doing a post, making a comment, whatever you do that communicates your thought and feelings towards others will generate feedback, good, bad, indifferent, but any feedback is much better than no feedback. There's a saying, give me a yes or give me a no, but don't put me in the purgatory of maybe. If people don't like what you're doing, take that as a clue and make an adjustment. So whatever you do to throw the ball out, all that matters after that is who takes over and kicks it, and what can you do to guide it so that it continues to bring more and more value over time to more and more people. So with that said, naturally, activity would be key, because if you're looking purely for feedback, then the more you do, the more you'll get. One thing LinkedIn does offer is same-day results. Whatever you do today, you'll have a view, and it even gives you analytics, gives you a lot of information that if you were to take the time to appreciate it and then apply it, you would see that your learning curve and success potential goes up based on the more you do, because the more you do, the more you learn, the better you change, and the better you change, the better feedback, and it just continues to continue to throw the ball around until you get really what you're looking for, and hopefully you can do it in a scalable, duplicatable manner. So, other elements is, again, what are you doing when you comment? Is that going to elicit feedback that would be valuable? Always think a step or two ahead. So if you're really focused on certain individuals, and that's the key, there's so much activity and so little planning. It's almost like shoot, aim, fire, and my sense is, why don't you have a shopping list? Why don't you have a strategy? How superficial or elementary it is, it's a beginning. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And you're only at the bottom as long as you choose to be. So my sense is, do more, hear more, take whatever you hear as what there is in relationship to what you're doing, and build on it. And you can continue to change. One thing about LinkedIn, what you did yesterday, you can do tomorrow. You're not burning any boats or anything like that. So, take this to heart. Look at the feedback you've had already that you may not have seen as an opportunity to reach back to people. The idea in LinkedIn is primarily, it's a sorting process. There's a saying, some will, some won't, so what? The more you put in the top of the hopper based on timing and positioning, the more will come out the bottom. And hopefully, if your content and your distribution of your content is sound, you'll get a lot of relevant calendar filling up on its own. It's great to wake up in the morning and see it's already been taken care of. And now you're in the driver's seat to choose, who do I want to work with and how do I want to work with them? So this all works because it's working. It's working for people who work it. So hopefully this helps, just to give you a list of things that you can do to solicit more feedback. You can like, you can comment, you can post, you can do articles, you can do videos, you can do LinkedIn Live, you can tag, you can poll. I mean, and you can reach out to 800 million people with whatever you want to tell them within reason, as many times as you want to tell it to them. And if you don't feel like you're making progress, speed up the activity. Thomas Watson, who was the founder of IBM, said if you want to get real successful, double your rate of failure. And that's what we're talking about today. One last thing I'll leave you with. The definition of a big shot is a little shot to keep shooting. Little things done right over time compound, and you'd be amazed at where it can take you. Hopefully you'll take this to heart. Even more importantly, put it to action. And I'd love to hear how you do. Visit DonCohenConsulting.com if you want to learn more about how we can work together and not just meet once a day on LinkedIn Live. Again, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a wonderful